Well, I just woke up from a nap to find out that there was a Israeli bombing of the political wing of Hamas in Qatar. You know, Qatar, the country that pours billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars into the United States to be on their good graces. Qatar, the country that, like, literally were like, we're gonna buy you a new Air Force One. So, like the besides APAC, they're like number two. They're actually registered as a foreign lobbyist, where APAC isn't. That's their little workaround. But if the goal is to for the rest of the world to lose all trust in doing any type of deals or business or anything in good faith with the United States of America, you just flush that shit down the toilet. And your dying empire, you're just basically pouring gasoline on it and setting it on fire. Because nothing could help China, Russia, and the rest of BRICS bring aboard everyone else that is not a part of the West, where we have these psychopathic leaders who do not represent the people, who do not support these foreign wars, who do not want to see a genocide happening that was 100% false flag to give the go ahead for this ongoing genocide of the people in Palestine, the Gaza Strip, the West Bank is next, because of some old shit written in the Torah and some ultra nationalist, ultra orthodox Judaism bullshit. And also, there just so happens to be large deposits of oil sitting under the feet of where Gaza is right now. But on the bigger picture, why would Vladimir Putin sit down with Donald Trump and take him seriously in any way, shape, or form? Like, the United States are the ones still continuing this proxy war in Ukraine that they started. The United States has been fucking Russia since the fall of the Soviet Union, and Russia twice after they installed the drunken Boris Yeltsin so that they could pilfer from the former Soviet Union and make themselves all rich in the process. And then Vladimir Putin gets in charge, and he actually raises up the Russian people, their quality of life. And now it's gotten to the point where, due to this proxy war, that turns out all the Western weapons aren't that great, and they're all Cold War era. And now Russia has the most battle-tested modern military on the face of the planet. And why would they do anything for them? And why are any people supporting these governments, these leaders in the Europe, like the Coalition of the Willing? Oh, we're just gonna come in with a bunch of peacekeepers. Like, you guys can't put together a fucking brigade. Like, like you can't. Each individual country can muster up like a couple thousand troops. They'll all be dead in days if they set foot in Ukraine. Putin's made that abundantly clear. Like, no NATO. That's the whole start of this whole disaster that's killed 1.7 million Ukrainians. So that many people can get rich in the West from, well, selling all their arms, pumping all this money into foreign country that's not a NATO country, has nothing to do with us, no threat to us. But the bigger picture is that we have a dying superpower in the United States that just seems to want to like accelerate their death. And anyone in the West that's attached to the US dollar is going to be screwed with them. And that's basically what's happening right now. And why any country would look at BRICS, which is an economic alliance, unlike NATO, which is a military alliance that should have been disbanded after the fall of the Soviet Union, since that's the whole purpose of the friggin' thing. But yeah, just keep on, like, refuel those jets so they can fly to Qatar, blow up a building in the middle of the day or whatever. Like, we're living in insane times with insane people, like, literally inches away from nuclear holocaust. Like, we're like 2 seconds from midnight on the doomsday clock. Like, literally. And if it wasn't for like non retarded people in other countries, like in China and Russia and BRICS nations and other nuclear armed countries, we would be in a nuclear holocaust right now, because the United States is like out of control, out of control, out of control. It's like what they say about when you're a lifeguard, like the person that's drowning will try to drag you down and kill you with them as they flail about, and sometimes you just can't go out and help, or you're gonna kill yourself too. Just like way back in the day when I was in the military, one of the tenets of like tactical combat casualty care is make sure you're safe before you try to help anyone else, because you're just going to cause two casualties that someone's going to have to deal with next. But this is just insanity. Like who like thought this was a good idea? Who thinks this is going to work out well? Like destabilizing the Middle East. And I do feel that this is going to be a big wake-up call for all the Arab nations, like Saudi Arabia, etc., even like the UAE, who's like all these countries, OPEC, everyone. It's like, why are we dealing with these psychopaths in Israel and the United States, who has been basically doing their foreign policy and invading all these countries, all illegal wars, all at the behest of Israel. And now we're just sitting here watching them literally commit a genocide, when their big reason for the Zionists to, have that little chunk of land, which they greatly expanded, was that they were, because of the Holocaust and World War II and the death camps and blah, blah, blah. But if you look at the big picture of things, who's the CEO of BlackRock? Where do you think? Who's in charge of JP Morgan? Jamie Dimon. All these people come from a certain ethnicity. I'm not this is not to say that all Jewish people are evil, because that is not what I'm trying to come across. Is that there are some people that have some very radical beliefs and have made it their generational, like, these go back generations of control over monetary systems. And this is the changing of the guard, and they do not want to accept reality. And they're living in a set alternate reality, like talks about putting NATO troops in Ukraine, the freezing the conflict. Like, no, no. First of all, the no European country of this coalition of the willing can put together like enough troops to do anything. Like, they'll all be dead in a week, basically. It's just dog shit. It's total bullshit. Why anyone would even like think that this is a reality that's gonna happen? Like, Russia's made it very clear that this whole conflict started because of NATO expansion. And the United States and the UK pulling the Maidan massacre with the right sector firing on the security forces. The head of that fascist faction was assassinated about a week ago, which is kind of interesting in that regard. But no, no, none of this is happening. Like, whoever's around, like, I'm just baffled by the just straight up idiotic retardedness. It's almost as if Trump is working for Xi and Putin and trying to accelerate the demise of the United States empire, because that's what he's doing right now. And for artificial state that's only been around since 1948, they want to make a greater like biblical times bullshit, which from the Old Testament, yeah, because that's pretty spot on. Yeah, and blow up the Dome on the Rock and build a synagogue and watch like the entire world literally go on fire, because that is what will happen. And if anyone wonders why we have this huge influx of migrants from, I don't know, the Middle East, like Northern Africa, well, think about it. If one country comes along and keeps invading all these countries and destabilizing all these regions, where do these people go? They go wherever they can, because their homes have been bombed and destroyed. There's open slave markets. Yeah, that's American foreign policy. And it's also Israeli foreign policy, which kind of are one and the same at this point. And Donald Trump's a con man and a fool, and he's surrounded by fools, and yeah, it's just disgusting at this point. That's all I have to say.